Good morning, Susie Cobden. This morning I wanted to speak about money. Now, money is something that affects all of us, obviously, and money is something that relates directly to our self-worth. Are we worthy of having this? Did I do enough? And, most of our money comes through either a job or self-employment or an investment. But all of those things are actions that we've taken to allow that money to flow. And they're no more than a permission slip. Those actions that we've taken have put us into alignment to receive. And that's all that is. And you could say, well, if I didn't, perform for 8 hours a day for X number of days, then I wouldn't get paid. And that's our belief. Yes, our employer might not pay us, but if we believed that we were worthy of receiving an income, that we were worthy of receiving all the money that we desire, then we'd have it. And we don't have to decide what channel it will come through. We've just got to be able to feel the worthiness and live as if we have the money, that we're expecting a continual flow. We cannot be abundant and feel shortage. We cannot be abundant and expect an income if we don't believe we've earned it. And earning comes down to worth. It comes down to self-worth. And it relates to a lot of aspects of our lives. Having a loving relationship comes back to self-love and again self-worth, and so does everything else really. But money is so directly related that it's easy to see the link. Even if we're on holidays, and we know that we're going to get paid because we've built up our leave pay, but all of that knowing is just moving us into the vibration of expectation and receiving. So, you may be desiring of more money right now, and, you might think that it can't come to you because you haven't got a job or you're not expecting a payment from anywhere. You may have bought a lottery ticket, but you've seen all the odds and your chances of winning aren't very high. And those beliefs are the beliefs that keep it from you. Now, we don't need to know how our money's going to be delivered to us. We just have to believe that it will be. If we believe that we're always taken care of, that the money will come from somewhere, then it will. And saying affirmations like a continual stream of income comes to me, or I always have more than enough to do whatever I want to do. Life supports me in all ways. My bank account is continually refilling itself. All of these types of affirmations help us to build an abundance awareness. But if you've had an incident in your life where you've received some unexpected cash and it felt really good, then remember that time and remember how you felt. I won $8,000 on the lottery, and that was a result of direct asking by me. I wanted to go to Europe, and at the time I was living from week to week, and I kept looking at this event in England that I wanted to go to. I wasn't thinking about the money. I was thinking about the event. I was imagining myself sitting in the audience, listening to the speakers. I knew a lot of the speakers, and I was really having fun in my mind being at that event. And then, it was constant. Every time I turned on my computer, you know how Google keeps delivering, the same things to you that you click on once, they just keep coming and coming and coming. Every time I turned on my computer, they were there. And I was quite often just looking at this event and just being excited about it and not thinking about the money. So I wasn't building resistance. I was just thinking how fun it would be to be there. And then one night, it was a Wednesday night, I went to bed excited about it, and I looked up at the ceiling and I said, I feel like I'm meant to be at this, and if that's the case, you make it happen. And on the Saturday morning following, I checked my lottery ticket and I won $8,000. And I went to Europe. It was a sign to me that I was being well supported. So, I didn't do anything except feel as if I was there, feel as if I was in the audience, feel as if I was a part of it. And I had the most awesome time. But I can remember that feeling. I can remember being in the agency when they checked my ticket, and all they told me was that I'd won a prize more than $1,000, because if it's under $1,000, they pay it out. And he said, you'll have to wait for a cheque in the mail. So I knew it was over $1,000, but I didn't know any more. And I was so excited, I was having trouble standing still. I was jumping up and down, and, as far as I was concerned, I could have won $1 million. And, there was me and the shopkeeper in the store when I first went in, and by the time I left, there was like 15 people in there, and they were all cheering and jumping up and down like I was. And that feeling inside my body is something I'll never forget, and that feeling was a feeling of joy, it was a feeling of freedom, it was a feeling of, oh yes, this works. And that's the feeling that I remember. And we all feel things differently. So, you don't have to try and copy my feelings. You know what you feel like when you're feeling at your best, when you're happy and joyful, when you're feeling that freedom that's yours. And that's the feeling that will deliver to you. Otherwise, the feeling of presence, just coming back into the absolute now, is a place free of resistance, and that brings you into alignment. And coming into alignment delivers all the goodies that you want. So have fun, play with that, and realise that you don't need permission slips. You can feel your own worth and your own joy and your own freedom and your own love right now, and you can attract to you whatever you desire. So my love to you all. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.